And it's time for the Morning Buzz. President Joe Biden unveiling a new executive order on artificial intelligence yesterday. It requires companies to share national security risks with the federal government and to protect Americans from the potential risks of AI. And while many workers are worried AI is going to take their job one day, one company is handing over the CEO role to a robot. Fox Business's Lauren Simonetti has got this one for us. Okay.
Imagine working with a robot, having cobots as your coworkers, but working for a robot. Watch what one company out of Europe is doing.
My favorite thing to do is to hang out with my human friends and watch them try to keep up with my AI awesomeness.
Meet Micah. She's a robot boss. A research project between Hanson Robotics and Polish rum maker Dictador, who customized Micah to represent the company and its values.
What work do you do?
I am currently working on the M-City Golden Cities project, the first billion-dollar collection. Equipped with advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, I can swiftly and accurately make data-driven decisions.
That might take a while. There's a significant delay in the time it takes for Micah to interpret and answer your question. But it's not only about speed and ability, it's also about sentience.
I feel very strongly that that we need to teach AI to care about people, for AI to be really safe, to be really, really good. I think humanizing the AI is a very important direction.
If you were working with a robot, would you be nice to it?
I think absolutely. I don't see any reason to not be nice.
Yes, we should be nice to all things that think.
Robots don't need respect, they're just machines.
Probably not.
Why not?
I don't know. How do you treat a robot?
Because I feel like that robot's going to be like, take away my work.
Would you work for a robot?
No, because it's taking jobs away from human.
I think a human needs to make decisions, not a robot.
That would just be weird.
That might be different. Then I would have to be nice.
I like to work, so I like to be employed and make money, so I would do what my boss says.
Would you be nice to a robot? Oh my God, that's a good one.
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
And the human CEO of that company who designed the robot says, look, if we're all entering this new AI world where AI kind of takes over, we don't want it to take over in a bad way, so treat it compassion. And that idea kind of just stuck with me.
I like how you got all different answers. Jessica, this is your world. What do you make of this? Is this happening?
I think that we can all say we've had really good bosses who we would prefer to a robot, and maybe not some great bosses who I think sign me up for the robot in that situation. You kind of take your chances, right? Maybe the compassion part is lacking, but some rational consistency might be a plus there. I mean, yeah. I would be open to it, at least in some limited role at first, right? I mean, this is a, yeah, I mean, I think that humans come with compassion and that's great, but sometimes in the workplace, you just kind of want no drama.
People, sure. If I were a CEO,
I'm more worried
a robot to do
fired
that.
by a robot. My goodness,
that's cold.
I mean, we've got enough. We got enough problems. Look, I don't know. I feel like the world has never seen a single science fiction film, hasn't read a single Isaac Asimov novel. This seems like a disaster waiting to happen. We have to find ways to live in harmony with nature. We have to find ways to work in harmony with AI. But I just think that trying to humanize the AI before we have actually figured out the parameters of how we want the AI to work leads us down a treacherous path, I think, unfortunately.
We have lots of time. Don't worry, we're not there yet. And you know, every new piece of technology, there's like a little bit of techno panic. There's a great, if you look it up online, New York Times article about the disaster that the bicycle is going to wrought on society, that kids won't read anymore and families will be broken. I mean, this is sort of par for the course. And what it means is we go slowly, and as problems arise, we work those out, like you were saying, and we make adjustments. But yeah, I mean, robot boss, sure.
What's the one thing, Lauren, you learned? What was the one piece of information you learned from doing all of your research that you were like, wow, that's really
Micah,
different?
who to me looks like this mix of mad scientist and Paris Hilton, we edited it to speed it up. It takes a really long time to process what you say and then respond to it, and doesn't always get it the first time. So there was the frustration factor. Yes, that will improve. However, she has her sister, and her sister's name is Sophia. And Sophia said a few years ago at a conference, when asked, that she will destroy humans and take over the world. And it's
that's not good.
That scary dystopia picture that everybody like you fears that I think Micah, her sister, is trying to change and say, well, if you're nice to me and I'm trained on compassion,
I won't
the world
kill
is
you?
going to be a better
Okay.
place and I will not kill you. You can survive, Cheryl, as a human being.
You can always unplug her.
I'm a little freaked out, but okay.
All I know, my Bible tells me that Cain killed Abel. So
man.
we've got real problems out here in the world.